The first time that you choose to get high may be the biggest mistake that you'll ever make. Each step that you take into using drugs is one step closer to the end of your life. Drugs are not a game. The following drama that you're going to see is a true story. It's an account that proves that in the world of drugs, everyone loses. There are no winners, and certainly no champions.
My name is Stephen Hoole. I was raised in Valdosta, Georgia, with my two brothers, Jerome and Larry, and sister Sandra,
my mother and my dad. This is a story of what happened to me and my brother, Larry. You see, Sandra had to go to this doctor's appointment out in Atlanta somewhere, and
Hey, where do you think you're going with my bag?
stealing my stuff.
She's going to Atlanta tomorrow, man, with Mom and Dad, and you're not going.
Oh, that really breaks my heart.
Shut up.
It'll be the three of us all alone.
I'm not staying here with you freaks.
Hey, fine, Jerome. Just take your ragged self and go to Atlanta.
Larry, what are you doing lighting that up, man? Don't you know you're going to be dead meat when Dad gets home? What's wrong with you, man?
Oh, what day is it?
It's Friday.
6 p.m., Friday? Dad'll be so plastered when he gets home he wouldn't be able to smell his own underwear. He shoved it up his nose.
Yeah, he couldn't smell his own, but he could smell yours, meathead.
Oh, shut up. Here, stick this in your big mouth.
You guys are a waste.
You know, it doesn't even seem like Friday today. I mean, it seems like this week at school has just whizzed by. You know what I mean?
That's because you didn't go to math at all this week. You came home early, Wolf.
Yeah, don't call me Wolf, meathead. Hey, how much of that pound we got left, man?
An ounce.
An ounce? We got one ragged ounce out of a pound? What have you been doing? Smoking it all? We're supposed to be selling it.
Hey, sorry, Roy, but selling it don't make you feel as good as smoking it does.
You've been doing more than smoking it, freak. You've been eating it.
Dad's home.
Oh, great. This is real good. Eat this, man. Eat it. Hide.
Where's your mother, boys? What is that I smell?
Probably your underwear, Dad.
Probably your drugs, Larry. Jerome, go get me a beer. Stephen, go get me a beer.
You don't need another beer, Dad.
What I don't need is somebody like you tell me what I don't need. What I need is for you to go on and do what I told you to. Now, go get me a beer. All right. What did I tell you if you brought those drugs in the house again? What did I tell you I'd do to you? Didn't I tell you I'd kill you? Told you I'd kill you. Pretty woman.
Art, leave him alone. You're always making everything out to be Larry's fault.
Because everything is his fault. Ain't it, Larry?
He is a kid trying to grow up.
He's a pain in the neck trying to work his way down a couple of feet. What kind of family do we have anyway? I got 3 boys with hair so long it looks like they're trying to enter the Miss Georgia pageant. You got that bobbed off look. Look like some sort of a butch or something.
You are drunk.
I'm gonna take you down a notch. When are you gonna quit popping off to me in front of the kids? Take you down a notch.
Shut up.
Art, you are nothing.
See, Dad raised us the only way he knew how. His dad beat him, and so
Larry,
he beat the crud out of us.
I'll take Larry up to his
Art,
room.
You know, I think he would have killed Larry that night, and a lot of other nights his mom hadn't stepped in.
I'd leave the house if I had some money.
We loved our mom. I mean, our mom was the backbone of our whole family.
Drink it up, that's why.
She held the whole stinking thing
I
together.
need that money to go to Atlanta.
I am not gonna drive you to Atlanta. Why would I want to go anywhere with you?
Dad didn't drive to Atlanta the next morning.
Now, go on. I'm not going anywhere with you anyway.
Mom drove. Jerome and Sandra went with her. The roads were really wet. It had rained the night before. They had a head-on. Do you know what a head-on is? They crashed. The stupid floor mat got caught in the accelerator, and Mom reached down to fix it. Before she could look up, bang, she ran head-on to a tractor trailer. Sandra got thrown from the window, broke both her arms. Jerome busted up his back. At least they lived. Mom wasn't that lucky. You know what the sad thing really was? Dad never had a chance to tell her that he was sorry. I can remember him holding Mom in his arms, weeping and crying and wishing there was some way that she could still hear him. But she couldn't. The guilt that he felt must have been too much for him to live with. Sure would have been for me.
Come here, boys. Boys, get in here. You know, boys, when I saw them put your mama in that grave, kind of reminded me something I need to tell you guys. Boys, your mama's death, it's about 25% your fault. About 25% your fault. About 50% your fault, Larry. Now, boys, it might be good of you to take note that Mama's not around to protect you, stand up for you anymore. Probably be real smart to take note of that fact and straighten up a little bit. Freak!
Don't listen to him, Larry.
Man, I hate him.
Let's put him through hell. I want to put him through more hell than he's put us through.
We will, man. We're going to make it worse for him than he ever made it for Mama. We did it, too. See, we knew Daddy hated dope. So we started running it, buying it, selling it, chewing it, spitting it, smoking it, snorting it, shooting it, puking it. And then we started to like it. Oh, and then we got hooked. But we loved it. I can remember one time, Meathead gives me my first joint. We're sitting back smoking, we're getting high. We're higher than Lucy in the sky with diamonds, man. I mean, we are just buzzing. And I looked at him, I said, man, this is great, but I'll never buy my own ounce, man, never. 3 weeks later, we go out, we buy 20 pounds, 20 ragged pounds to sell. I told myself, I promised that I'd never put a needle in my arm. Never. I did. I don't know why we did it, okay? Yeah, I do know why, okay? We needed to. All I know is I didn't ask for the life that I was given. And if doing drugs helped that life go by a little bit faster, a little bit better, that was just fine with me, okay? Stinking pigs. They wanted us so bad. They wanted to bust us so bad, but they could never catch us. We always outsmarted them. I gotta go. Larry, we didn't need gas that much. Why did we have to stop?
Debbie had to go to the bathroom.
Did she?
Come on, Wolf. We've got an hour, we've got this load delivered, we've got $5,000 in our pocket.
Fine, but why did we have to bring her?
Leave it alone, Steven. Hey, don't start. I'll kick your rear, man.
Kick it. She's still a narc.
Narc! 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 You sound like a dog with a hair lip, man. Narc! 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 Come on, a narc that shoots up with us? And a narc that goes to bed with me. I did tell you she went to bed with me.
Yeah, you told me, okay, 100 times, freak. I still think you're making a big mistake with her, Larry.
You ready to go?
We made a big mistake with her. Larry, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? Cheeseball!
Recognize this, pal?
How many guesses do I get?
Recognize this pig?
Cuff him.
Ow! Breaking my arm, pig! Larry, I told you she was a narc.
Shut up, man. Just shut up.
Larry Houle, Stephen Roy Houle, you're both under arrest for possession and trafficking of marijuana with intent to distribute.
You're really enjoying this, aren't you, pig?
I've been looking forward to this for a
Shut
long
up, pig!
time.
Yeah, old Debbie was a snitch, all right. She worked for the GBI, the Georgia Bureau of Investigations. Yeah, we got 6 years apiece in prison for 27 pounds. Now, that's the kind of math they should have taught me in high school. It's just a miracle of God we even got sent to the same ragged prison. Hey, get this. The day that I got busted, I turned 17 years old. Happy birthday to me. Larry, he was 18. They were supposed to send me to this youthful offenders camp for 18 to 25-year-olds, but the ragged thing was full. So anyways, I got sent to this penitentiary for lifers. We're not talking candy bar stealers here. We're talking murderers, rapers, Looney Tunes, wackos, sickos. An environment unfit for impressionable young men like me. Larry was in cell G28 and I was in G35. State penitentiary, maximum security. I was scared to death. You know, if we wouldn't have been fighters, we never would have survived this joint. Remember one night, Larry stabbed this guy right in the buttocks. I couldn't believe it. After that, they pretty much left us alone. I mean, they thought Larry was crazy, and he was. There were a few of my friends went in the joint at the same time, and they were scared to death, man. They wouldn't fight either. Got raped. Treated them like women. High heels, makeup, dresses, whole thing. Ticked me off. You know, since I've been in this place, I've had a lot of time to think. Here's a thought. Think about this. I got put in this place because I was selling drugs on the outside. And now I'm on the inside, and these prison guards are coming up to me, supposed to be watching over me, and what are they doing? They're trying to sell drugs to me. Think about that. And you say corruption? Anyways, after 17 months, one of these little guards comes in and says, "You're out of here." And I was.
Hey, Wolf, how's it going?
Checking out, meathead. I'm checking out.
Yes! How in the world are you doing that?
I don't know, man. All I know is they came this morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, started banging on my prison door saying, "I'm gone. I'm out of here."
Kidding me, man.
No way, man. Would I be sitting here if I wasn't getting out? Then let me say goodbye to you, Larry.
Man, I thought we had the same sentence. How long am I going to be stuck here for?
I don't know, man. I mean, I don't run the system, okay? I mean, if I'm getting out, sure, they're going to probably let you out in a couple of weeks, all right? When I get out, we'll get the appeals judge on it. You'll be out of here, Larry. Just take care of yourself, all right?
Yeah, well, I can take care of myself. I'm going to take care of you now. Don't forget about me, Steve.
I won't. Come on, man. It was really tough leaving. Not prison, Larry. We've been together so long. We just spent 17 months together in this ragged hole. He'd spend another 19 months here. When I got out, they gave me this monkey suit. And these monkey shoes, too. You know what else they gave me? 25 lousy bucks. Like that's gonna get me a buzz. When I walked out the front door of that prison, I have never been so happy in my life. I ran to see my dad. He was there waiting for me in the Freakmobile. Good old Dad. He was the one responsible for getting me out of that hole.
You know, Wolf,
When I told that judge that you was in the pen and how many months you been there, he about fell off his perch.
We ought to fall off his perch, ragged self. And you ought to get Larry out. We got to do something to get Larry out of there, Dad.
Oh, what'd you forget about Larry? Who cares about that meathead? You need to tend your own business. Tend your own business. Look, come on, let's celebrate. Drink your Jack. Drink your Jack. Here, drink your Jack. Drink your Jack and tend your own business. And forget about that meathead. Just forget about it.
Dad got me real drunk that night. I guess that was his way of telling me how much he loved me. Good old Georgia, the good old state of Georgia wouldn't let me live with my dad, which was completely understandable. It was also part of their parole stipulation, whatever. Anyways, I moved in here with Uncle Wallace and Aunt Bee, good Baptists, in fact, good studying Baptists. Anyways, it was really here that I first heard the gospel message. The good thing was I didn't just hear it. You know, anyone can talk about the gospel, but they really showed me the love of God. I needed it too. Needed it bad. It wasn't but a few days before Uncle Wallace and Aunt Bee had me down at the First Baptist Church on Elm Street. It was news to this boy that Jesus died for me. Can you imagine that? Jesus dying for me, right? Anyways, this preacher, he asked me, he said, do you want to have Christ in your heart? And I kind of looked at him and said, sure, you know, why not? I need all the help I can get. He looks back at me and says, are you serious? I said, yes, I'm serious, okay? I said, man, I don't want to go back to that hole. I don't want to go back to where Larry is, okay? Besides, I know that I'm not going to kick dope by myself. I've tried. Feels too good. I like it. And then he goes to me and says, Jesus can make you feel better. And I said, go for it, man. Let's do it. So anyways, after the shock set in, he led me in a prayer.
Where is he? Stephen said he'd come by after work and eat with us.
Well, something probably came up. Some friends came over, he went out with them.
Well, he should have called by now. He's doing so much better. He's working and saving his money and got his own place.
Stop worrying, B. He's 19.
Well, I'm not worrying. He's had his problems, but he's getting straightened out.
I'm not sure what's wrong with him. We found him in a ditch. These were in his pocket.
All right, we're going to need to pump this man's stomach.
Yes, sir.
He's gonna make it, isn't he, Doc? He's just a kid.
Sheriff, would you mind waiting over there, please? Thank you very much. Okay, I need 15 cc's of bicarb. I want some adrenaline.
I don't question his step toward God. I really think he wants to do right.
Okay, this boy's done something bad wrong. Barbiturate overdose, heavy consumption of alcohol.
We'll see it, B, if there's really been a genuine change in his heart.
Heart rate 30, BP 60/40, respiration shallow in labor.
We're losing him. Flatline.
All right, nurse, give me an ample bicarb. Get ready to defibrillate. Stand by. Clear.